Earlier this week, the Attorney General reminded the people of Trinidad and Tobago that this nation spends in excess of $25,000 per inmate per month in our penal system. That translates to roughly $125 million a month for the 5,000 odd prisoners in the system at any one time, or around $1.5 billion a year net loss to the Treasury of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, forgetting the question of why that might be so, why is the Attorney General now confronting an issue that he met when he came into office 4.5 years ago? Why didn't he confront this issue $6 billion ago? Forget that. Forget also that it costs this nation in excess of $1 billion a year providing CPEP and URP jobs, and that the prison population could be put to work doing these jobs and breaking even. Forget even trying to understand the caviar and champagne life, the Goodwood Park, St. Clair and Fairways rental cost $25,000 a month translates to. Ask yourself, if we can't bring that cost down, if crime in Trinidad and Tobago is destined to pay big money to those who manage the fallout from crime, why can't we then at least try to break that number down or reduce the cost to Trinidad and Tobago? Food production is another place desperately in need of 5,000 pairs of worker hands. Put to work growing food for the country, these prisoners could earn their keep and save us money. The public health system generates thousands of tons of soiled linen every month. Sheets, bedspreads, pillowcases, gowns, towels, curtains. The sky's the limit, the list endless. Why aren't we turning our prisons into industrial laundries and save us the hundreds of millions of dollars that we spend laundering linens for the public health system, and then by extension save us the $1.5 billion a year needlessly being spent on a ridiculous cost housing prisoners in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it that the Attorney General does not understand his job? Or is it that the Attorney General does not understand how government or budgets work? Is it that the government that he is a part of only interested in using problems for shock doctrine to justify privatization? People earn in excess of hundreds of millions of dollars transporting prisoners to and from court and jail in a country that has known for 2 decades that we could save those hundreds of millions of dollars if we built the courthouse adjacent to the jails or inside. There are courthouses under construction for this very purpose longer than 12 years that cannot seem to finish, keeping the gravy train flowing. Is the news meant to shock the nation into accepting a saving where the Attorney General makes available to another of his 1% friends and financiers the ability to privatize and earn money from crime in our prison system? The Progressive Empowerment Party suggests an audit of the penal system to identify all of the costs incurred housing and keeping each and every one of our prisoners. Broken down per prisoner, we will identify where the best attempts at savings could be applied. And from there, reduce the number away from that ridiculous $1.5 billion. And then get us to a place where we can determine what best to do with all that idle labor that can earn us money, earn a profit, and make the prison system less of a drain on Trinidad and Tobago. Again, I am Philip Edward Alexander, and this has been a little more than 3 minutes to a better TNT.